You know, I just don't understand why so many black people are in denial. Why so many black people go around pretending as if things are great, things are fine, and you know damn well things are not great. You know damn well things are not fine. That's why I'm here to let y'all know the truth. I'm not here to sugarcoat nothing. I'm not here to make you feel good. The fact of the matter is, your dark skinned children, your brown skinned children, I know the title say dark skinned children, but I'm really talking about all skin tones of children. They gonna suffer. You cannot, as a human being, escape suffering. And that suffering includes darkism. That suffering includes racism. That suffering includes all kinds of isms. I'm here to let y'all know. I'm here to warn people, black, dark skinned people that don't have children. I'm here to let y'all know what it is, because your auntie, your mama, your daddy, a lot of them, some of them are haters, and they got a whole bunch of children. Some of them got the children out of wedlock. Some of them got the children with different baby daddies, different baby mamas, and they want you to be just like them. So they're not going to tell you the truth. They're not going to tell you the truth. But I'm here to tell you the truth from a dark-skinned anti-natalist perspective. For those of you that don't know, my name is Rashida Strober, and I am the world's first and only dark-skinned activist. Anybody talking about colorism and dark skin online, all you motherfuckers stole from me. Y'all know I ain't gonna start no show without going in on these plagiarizing motherfuckers and letting everybody know I created the whole entire dark skin talk, dark skin topic, colorism topic. And bitch, that's on YouTube, on social media, and anywhere else talking about it, you stole from me, whether you stole it from me directly or indirectly. In 1998, I started the very first platform to fight to end colorism. And I called that platform Dark Skin Activism. And it wasn't no YouTube, it wasn't no celebrities, Lupita with her fake ass, bandwagon jumping ass, using colorism, coming on TV shows, using colorism as a marketing ploy. Well, her fucking ass was nowhere around talk about no dark skin or colorism. She's full of shit. Okay, I'm not gonna let y'all motherfuckers take the credit for what I worked hard to create. In 1998, I created the first platform in history to call out colorism, to call out darkism, and to fight to end it. Okay, it was no other platforms before dark skin activism. Motherfuckers try to say Alice Walker, no disrespect, Alice Walker, but Alice Walker did not create an actual platform to end colorism. Alice Walker coined the word colorism. And I came on here, I was the first to let you plagiarizing bitches know that. Then the only other person that comes close to creating a movement like myself is Cola Booth. I've been screaming Cola Booth. Now all of a sudden these bitches scream Cola Booth. All you bitches talking about light skin and dark skin, you hoes is copying off of Rashida Strober. That's a motherfucking fact. And I will tell you this shit to your face. This is just not me on YouTube hiding behind a camera. Anybody that done met me, anybody that knows me, because I do my darkism talks in person. I've been doing darkism talks in person before bitch started talking about colorism or dark skin. Before bitch decided to get a YouTube channel. Okay, before there was YouTube. In 1998, let's be clear, I created the first platform, gave birth to it at St. Petersburg College, because black women and black people did not give a fuck about talking about dark skin. That's a fact. These motherfuckers only doing it now because y'all saw me go viral with it in 2015 for calling out Kendrick Lamar and his darkism. Y'all motherfuckers online saw me go viral, get donkey of the day, and then you bitches started copying. That's when you started copying. All facts, and I will tell you this to your motherfucking face. So what is dark skin activism? Dark skin activism consists of me doing my plays, writing books, and like I said, doing darkism talks about only dark skin. And I'm the first person to do this. The only other person I will ever give credit to is Cola Booth. That's it. I have written more books on dark skin than anybody in the world. Those books include Darkism, How to Be the Hottest Dark Skinned Chick on the Planet, A Dark Skinned Woman's Revenge, which I have the book version of A Dark Skinned Woman's Revenge and the play version of A Dark Skinned Woman's Revenge. I'm currently writing a book because these bitches been stealing from me online for ever since 2015. I'm writing a book called Inventing Dark Skin Activism, the Rashida Strober story, so that if I drop dead, you lying low-life bitches will not get credit for what the fuck I created. None of you. And this book is detailing how I created the first lane to fight to end colorism, the first movement to fight to end colorism. I brought dark skin activism online, creating the first colorism channel, darkism channel in 2010. I went viral for calling out Kendrick Lamar's ass. I ain't gonna say what I really want to say. I called out his colorism, and after that, all you motherfuckers started talking about dark skin, but y'all wasn't doing it before me. You copied and stole from my fucking channel. All facts. All facts. So that's the backdrop. That's the backdrop. That's the backstory. My website is darkskinactivist.com. Once again, darkskinactivist.com. Once again, darkskinactivist.com. You can go there and you can download a free ebook copy of my book, Darkism, 25 Ways Dark Skinned People Are Discriminated Against. Let me see if I can go there right now and share the screen with you guys. Donations can be given to my Cash App, which is $ Rashida Lala. Once again, $ Rashida Lala. Let me share my screen with you guys. My PayPal is icecreamladydream@yahoo.com. Once again, icecreamladydream@yahoo.com. This is my website right here, darkskinactivist.com. Once again, darkskinactivist.com. I actually own the trademark to darkskinactivist.com, and that's only right because, bitch, I created the phrase. And if I see somebody online calling another person dark skin activist, which is my trademark property, I will come for your ass legally. I will contact YouTube. Okay? I'm not going to play with you motherfuckers because y'all been stealing from me for years now. Now, this is my website. If you scroll all the way down and put in your information, you can get a free ebook copy of my book, Darkism, 25 Ways Dark-Skinned People Are Discriminated Against. And if you feel so compelled to give, my donation links, my Cash App, as you can see, and my PayPal is right there. Once again, the Cash App is $ Rashida Lala, and my PayPal is icecreamladydream@yahoo.com. You can find my GoFundMe by simply Googling Rashida Strober GoFundMe. Rashida Strober GoFundMe, and you'll be able to donate to my GoFundMe, which for my GoFundMe, my short-term goal is to reach 11,000. My long-term goal is to reach 1 million so that I can continue to do the Dark Skin Activist Tour around the world. All right. So let me get to what compelled me to make this video, okay? Those of y'all that's really been following me, you know that I'm what's called an anti-natalist. An anti-natalist. Now these bitches steal so much, they'll come on my YouTube and listen to me and they'll start calling themselves anti-natalists. But y'all remember where y'all heard this first from, because motherfuckers on Black people love to steal from each other online and not give credit. But bitch, I'm original. I'm the originator. I ain't got to steal from none of you motherfuckers, because y'all, it ain't nothing that you saying that's important to me to steal like that. Plus, I'm just one of the people that's original anyway. But don't be surprised if y'all hear these bitches hollering they anti-natalists, okay? Because they got it from me. Anti-natalism basically means that a person believes that it is immoral to procreate. The reason it's immoral to procreate is because of suffering. Because human beings is gonna fucking suffer. And I don't give a fuck if you're born into the most ideal of circumstances where you got a mom and a dad that's married, you got a mom and a dad that has money, they're mentally stable, financially stable. What else? They are politically stable. Whatever kind of stability that you want to talk about, that the offspring is still going to experience suffering. And guess what? Your child is not going to always grow up and feel the way that you feel. I learned that shit the hard way. Okay. Just because you feel a certain type of way, just because your political beliefs are a certain type of way, or your religious beliefs, your child may grow up and not feel that way. You're not, what I have learned, all these people talking about, I want to create a mini me. Well, your child might not end up being a fucking mini you. They're going to be themselves. They're going to grow up and grow like we all did. We grow up and we grow into ourselves. So with that said, there is absolutely no fucking way to avoid human suffering. The only way that human beings can avoid suffering is to not fucking exist. That's it. That's all. Logically speaking here, I'm speaking based on pure logic. Y'all can come on here and argue with me all you fucking want. You'll lose this argument. If a human being does not exist, they cannot experience suffering. Okay? And so for those of you that's out there that are childless, you're a young black man, young black woman, you childless, you're not married, you don't have everything together now, or even the ones that do. I'm really talking to you, because a lot of these hating motherfuckers around here, these motherfuckers going around with 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 10 and 20 baby daddies and baby mamas, they're not gonna tell you this stuff. You know why? Because their ass is fucking miserable, fucked up looking, broke, tired, fuck, child support paying, child support collecting. We'll be here all day. So some of them don't want to share with y'all. They want you to go through the misery and the suffering as well. The dark-skinned activist, because I'm a humanitarian, that is why I have adopted anti-natalism as a part of dark-skinned activism, because it's a humanitarian movement. Anti-natalism, let me tell you what anti-natalism prevents, because a lot of y'all ain't understanding. A lot of y'all ain't hearing me, but you better fucking hear me. I told y'all, I'm one of the rare, ones that'll be real with y'all, that'll be honest with y'all. A lot of our black mothers and fathers, it's full of shit. All they do is sit back and lie and say, oh, God gonna provide, God gonna take care of, but they really want you secretly to be fucking miserable like them. They want to carry on generational misery among dark-skinned people, generational misery among black people, generational misery upon the human race. Don't listen to their ass. Here's another perspective. I ain't gonna never come on here and tell you nothing wrong. That's not how I roll. I ain't gonna never come on here and tell somebody else something wrong. I'm gonna tell you, no matter how people try to dog me because of how I talk, motherfuckers, you ain't gonna tell me how to fucking talk. And I'm talking to whatever bitch that come on here got a problem with me cussing, talking loud. You're not gonna fucking tell me how to speak. You are not gonna do that. So you can take your black ass, your red ass, your whatever ass over there to somebody else and tell them what the fuck to do. You're not gonna be able to do that with me. I'm gonna get this message out. They're not gonna tell y'all the truth. Oh my God. Okay. Okay. Listen, you can't prevent human suffering, man. And like I said, I'm a humanitarian at heart. At heart, deep in my heart, yeah, I cuss, I huff, and I puff. But I don't want to see nobody miserable. I don't want to see humans suffering. Okay? A lot of the reasons why I come on here huffing and puffing and ranting is because I've experienced a ton of human misery. From the day my brother just sent me a text. Shout out to my brother. He's a doctor, PhD. Shout out to you. Sending you love all the way over there in Germany in the military. He's given a lot of years of his life. Shout out to both of my brothers that's served this country, given a lot of years of their life. But he sent me a message this morning, because we all messaging each other now on WhatsApp and coming together and having weekly little talks with each other so that we can all stay connected. I have 5 brothers, by the way. One of them motherfuckers I don't like. No bitch, I don't fucking like you. I ain't gonna even fucking talk about your black ass. But you thought you was better too. He thought he was better too. But I ain't gonna talk about his ass, y'all. That'll be for a whole another day. I'm not gonna fucking talk about that motherfucker. I'm not gonna talk about him. I mean, I have an urge to go off on him, but I'm not gonna do that. Anyway, I was 52. I mean, my dad was 52 and my mom was like 23 when I was conceived. Both of them dark skinned. Forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. That's a scripture in the Bible. That's also a verse in Lauryn Hill's She'd be like, forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. Damn, what that song is. It's on the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. Anyway, shout out to Lauryn Hill. Forgive them, Father. And I'm talking about my mother and my father. I'm asking God to forgive my mother and father, my dark-skinned mother and father, because they did not know what the fuck they was doing when they conceived me and brought me here without my fucking consent into a life of misery and fucking suffering. From the cradle to the motherfucking grave. I ain't at the grave yet, but from the cradle all the way up into the right now, my dark black ass has been suffering. And neither one of them could do nothing about it. My daddy can't do nothing about it because he's dead and gone. And that's why I want to say, I know some of y'all older men, I know y'all older men got a longer shelf life than us women. And I know y'all could have kids. Well, y'all could be old and have kids and get with a younger woman. That's exactly what my father did. Let me give you a word of advice. Stop doing that shit. Because my dad was a wonderful man. I love my dad more than any man. And I wish he was still here because he was one of the people in our family that I actually liked. But if you giving birth to, if you conceiving a child and you like in your 50s or 60s, then that child like will end up like me with no dad. Because I mean, you had me when you was like very old. So again, they brought me into this world as a dark-skinned black woman. That's the strike against me right there. Being dark-skinned in this world, you motherfuckers can argue all you want. And to the motherfuckers that's gonna bring their ass up on here, that's dark-skinned. Y'all piss me off. Don't come up on here telling me about, oh, I'm dark-skinned and I ain't suffered. I don't want to fucking hear that shit. I don't want to fucking hear. I ain't say every dark-skinned person in the world has suffered. But I could tell you this, a damn majority of them have. And I hate it when dark-skinned people bring their ass up here as outliers, hollering about they ain't suffered yet. Just get the hell on. Don't come telling me that. See, I used to be nice to you motherfuckers. I used to be nice until people try to just keep using me and abusing me, taking from my intellectual property. I remember this dark-skinned woman bring up 2010. I was performing at St. Petersburg Royal Theater, performing on the Dark Skin Activist Tour, my play, A Dark Skinned Woman's Revenge. And this one, I used to be nice and take y'all bullshit. I ain't taking y'all bullshit no more. She come in there talking about something. Oh, well, and she was talking, you know, you got the dark-skinned people that talk all proper and fucking bougie, valley girl, dark-skinned girls, and valley men, dark-skinned men, telling me all this bullshit about she has never gone through this and she don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I was nice. I let her speak her piece. I mean, she paid her money to come see me. I was cordial. I ain't gonna be cordial to y'all ass no more. Fuck that. I'm giving you dark-skinned people a warning that bring y'all ass up on here telling me y'all ain't experienced darkism. Y'all better take that shit somewhere else because I don't want to hear it no more. I've been too nice to y'all. I ain't talking about you. I already told y'all motherfuckers, congratulations if your ass ain't experienced darkism. Okay, but I bet you, your ass ain't gonna live this life without some form of fucking suffering. I put all the money I got up in the bank that you motherfuckers are not gonna live this life without some form of suffering. They just really make me sick. Coming on here just fucking lying and making up shit and trying to make people believe and feel that there's no fucking darkism. Y'all some lying ass motherfuckers. Just leave me alone and let me be over here in my goddamn misery. Okay, let me be over here in my truth. If you want to bring your ass over here lying or not, some of y'all ain't lying. Some of y'all really ain't experienced it. But don't come over here with the bullshit. Just keep it somewhere else because I don't want to hear it. I don't fucking want to hear it. I'm talking to the people that have actually experienced darkism. Them the people that I'm talking to. Them the ones that I'm talking to. Okay, take that shit somewhere else because I'm sick of it. I don't even fucking want to hear it. I don't even fucking want to hear it. But anyway, like I'm saying, my mama and my daddy did not know. Forgive them, Father, for they knew not what they did. My daddy is dead and going now. And I remember as a teenager, I was suffering. But even as a baby, a dark-skinned baby, I suffered. I was born to a mother that was a high school dropout. By the time she turned 24, she had 6 kids. By the time she turned 24, 6 kids. That's why when I see these chicks walk around pushing kids in a stroller, I just look at them like, to me, that's fucking disgraceful. Y'all can be mad all y'all want to. I don't give a fuck. Because it first started out with me talking about myself and my mama. It was disgraceful to be walking your ass in a hot ass sun, pushing a stroller with all these children. Fuck. Why the fuck you having all these kids and you know your ass can't take care of them? Why the fuck you having all these kids and you know you broke as fuck? Why the fuck you having all these kids and you know you on drugs? Some of you motherfuckers on drugs. Why the fuck do these crackheads have kids? Please stop. Please, all crackheads, please stop. I'm talking to the men and the women. Stop having kids. Alcoholics, please stop having kids. Because what you're doing, high school dropouts. If you're a high school dropout, and I ain't talking to the people that done went and got their GED, because some people that dropped out of high school and they went and got their GED. If you're a high school dropout, just please, okay. I know that we cannot get close to perfection, but my ideal and my belief is wait till you 30 plus, financially stable, got your mind right, then have kids. You're married, then have kids. Stop with all this 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 motherfucking baby daddy shit and 5 and 6 and 8 and 9 and 10 baby mamas. What the fuck is that? That's dysfunction. All dysfunctional people, please stop fucking having kids. And to the person that's talking about, well, why I had kids? Because I ain't had nobody to talk to me and tell me this. I told y'all how we do in the Black community. The females don't tell the younger generation what the fuck it really is. Then dudes don't tell the young men growing up what the fuck it really is. You know why? Because you motherfuckers want them to be on child support just like you, running around with all these babies. That you mad because you getting all the money taken out your motherfucking paycheck and you can't take care of yourself, so you want the next man to be just like you. The females that you mad because you don't fucking run down you know what? Your body done ran down. You ain't married. You ain't got shit. You got all these kids. You want the next female to be like your ass. Now that's the motherfucking truth. Be mad. I don't give a fuck. You ain't telling me, because I know females like this. I know females who encourage young girls when they get pregnant. Go on and have that baby. Gotta provide. Shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up. Just shut. We've had, who is this we've had person coming on here with this bullshit? Y'all can be mad all y'all want to. People get mad at the truth. People get angry with the truth. Okay. And my anti-natalism stance is for all people. All human beings need to practice anti-natalism. All of you. But since I'm the dark-skinned activist and dark-skinned people, we go through the worst shit. I'm talking to the dark-skinned people right now. I'm talking to the dark-skinned people in particular and Black people in general. Okay. Quit encouraging these young women and these young men because you want grandkids. Some of these people, I want a grandchild. Stop rushing them to have grandkids. Maybe they're not ready. Maybe they're not ready for that. Why is you rushing them to have grandkids and they're not fucking ready? Are you going to help them raise a child? I don't understand these damn people, but I do understand them. I got to take a drink, y'all. My mouth is dry. My mouth is very dry. Okay. Like I said, there's an Indian guy that's suing his parents for giving birth to him. And I don't blame him. I don't blame him because he didn't ask to come here and deal with this fuckery. Same thing here. I didn't ask to come here and have to deal with darkism, have to deal with racism, have to deal with the Black men seeing me as ugly because I'm dark skinned with nappy hair and having a hard time getting a husband. I didn't ask for that shit. I didn't ask for having to deal with all the stuff that Black people and dark skinned people have to go through, all the humiliations, all the vestiges of slavery that was left over from our ancestors that we have to go through now. I ain't asked to deal with that shit. I ain't asked to be brought to this world to deal with this fuckery. And then another thing, here's another thing. Your offspring is going to suffer because one day their parent is not going to be here. And so they're going to go through life after experiencing all different types of suffering. Then they got to deal with losing their parents at some point. Because guess what? Somebody said nobody gets out of life alive. I forgot who said that. Nobody is gonna get out of life alive. So you motherfuckers are gonna die. Everybody gonna die at some point. And your child has to go through the misery of losing you. That's suffering. That's suffering. I just don't understand how people don't see this. And this is why I support anti-natalism. I support anti-natalism because it prevents suffering. That's the bottom line. Any form of human suffering that we could think of. And I've already called out the major forms for Black people. You know, having to deal with trying to get a home loan or a loan of any kind. What? Redlining. Having to deal with the school to prison pipeline that's been set up for Black dark-skinned people. Look at what the fuck you're birthing these children into, man. I wish I could talk to my dad and say, look, Dad, this is what you did. My mom is, she's not the type of person that will sit down and you could, I hate to say it, but have this type of conversation with. She's just not that type of person. But I still say to her, look at what the fuck you did. Look at what you brought me into. It's fucked up. That's my worldview. The world is a fucked up place. Why? Because of you human beings. Human beings are the fucking problem. Human beings cause all the damn problems that I named. In fact, I think the animals are more humane than fucking human beings. I think the trees and the air and the ocean is more humane than fucking human beings, because it's human beings that's creating the suffering. First of all, the human beings created the suffering by getting together and procreating and bringing into existence, a human being that did not ask to be here. And then once that human being is here, the human being, for the time you come out your mama womb, you going through some form of suffering. You crying because you was all warm and snugged and doing good inside your mama womb, And for some of them, when they come in their mama room, some of them, if their mama is a crackhead and that trifling helper, if the helper keeps smoking crack or doing drugs, then the child is suffering because the mama is a fucking idiot and a druggie and don't got enough discipline not to be using drugs and or being on alcohol, and the child comes into mama womb suffering. But then they develop some type of comfort in the womb, and then when they come out, they got to come out and they see all these motherfuckers around them, the doctors, the nurses, the mama, like, what the fuck is going on here? That in and of itself is traumatizing. Why you think the baby is crying when notice how the baby crying when they come out the mama womb. I don't think I've ever seen a baby not cry coming out the mama womb. I've had 2 babies. That's how I know. And both of them was crying when they came out the womb. And I think they're crying because it's like a shock to them. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck is going on here? I was all warm and snuggly and doing good inside my mama womb, and y'all bring me out to this. Then the baby drinking artificial milk. The baby, the baby gotta, get changed. The baby gotta get potty trained. The baby gotta go through so much shit. The baby got when the baby can't even be a baby. And I call 5-year-olds babies. Okay, they got to go to school and they got to learn. These motherfuckers in school expect them to learn all this shit. They can't even be regular, normal human beings. You motherfuckers in the school system, y'all got all these tests and all this shit they got to learn. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck is this? And then some of them get bullied. You know what I'm saying? Some of them, some of them come out dark skinned. They dark skinned with nappy hair. The mama and daddy come out, ooh, I hope they turn, I hope they hair stay all curly like that. I hope they don't get no darker, you stupid motherfuckers. That's what I'm saying. From the time you born, motherfuckers start on you. The fucking misery starts on you. especially in the Black community, because they start with this darkism bullshit, worrying about whether or not they baby gonna stay light or not. I hope my baby don't change color. Look at the color they is. That's gonna tell you if they gonna be dark skin or light skin, stupid motherfuckers. This the bullshit that I'm talking about. This the bullshit that I'm talking about, and it's a whole lot more. And y'all know I'm telling the fucking truth. Anybody coming up on here lying, trying to lie your way out of it and say that what I'm saying is not the truth, you could just get the hell on, because everything I'm saying is the truth. I done seen people looking at the baby ear. They're not coming up with that bullshit with my baby, looking at their ear, talk about who you hope they don't change color. You hope they stay light like how they is. You hope their hair stay like how they. Shut the fuck up. That darkism bullshit. Baby can't even come out in peace without somebody all up in the baby face, worrying about what the fuck their skin color gonna eventually be, worrying about what grade their hair's gonna be. And then when the kid grow up, they get picked on if they're not the right fucking color and they ain't got the right fucking hair texture. You motherfuckers is worthless. Human beings, you're fucking worthless. You're fucking worthless. And this is why I support anti-natalism. This is why I support it. If you want to prevent human suffering, don't procreate. Bottom fucking line. I already told. If you don't know what anti-natalism is, go look it up. I'm a dark-skinned Black anti-natalist, okay? And like I said, these bitches be listening to me. These motherfuckers be listening to me, and they go back and copy me. But I'm the real deal. I promote anti-natalism. I'm a Black, dark-skinned anti-natalist. And again, my main reason is to prevent human suffering. And then some of the kids, like if they born to a crack-addicted mama, or whatever the case may be, they born into, it could be all kinds of shit. Here comes CPS, and here come the state and the government trying to take the kid away. That's another thing. You don't own your child. The state owns your child. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. Just for example, if you don't take that child to school, or you don't homeschool that child, somebody finna get ready to go to jail. That's state ownership right there. Listen to me carefully, young Black people that don't got no kids, because these motherfuckers ain't gonna tell you this. I'm here to tell you straight up, the dark-skinned activist, the world's first and only dark-skinned activist. I said the motherfucking world's first and only dark-skinned activist. You bitches could steal and lie all you want to. Bitch, you ain't created the dark skin and the colorism topic. Rashida did that. And I'm telling y'all straight up, when you conceive, the state owns your child. You don't own your child. You don't own your child. You say, what the fuck are you talking about? Just what I said. The state owns your child. How do you know the state owns your child? Because as soon as the baby born, they rush in there with the birth certificate. That's the state putting its stamp of approval for another tax-paying citizen. You just a body, that baby just another body to pay taxes, and you motherfuckers know I ain't lying. Like I said, CPS, agencies like child support, agencies, the school system, and of course the prison to pipeline, the school to prison pipeline system. That's for Black people. Tell me all that ain't state ownership, and tell me a motherfucking lie, because I know I'm telling the truth. Y'all can be mad all y'all want to. I'm only here to tell the truth. I don't give a fuck who mad about it. I don't give a fuck who's upset. Maybe you need to be upset. I don't fucking care. This is why young Black men and women, you have a choice. You can end suffering. You can be an anti-natalist. Don't listen to them people in your family that's hating on you. That's mad because you ain't got no kids. They secret haters. They're angry at your freedom. You know, that you ain't got no kids. You ain't got to worry about child support. You ain't got to worry about bitter baby daddies or bitter baby mamas. They're jealous. They're jealous. So that's why they're trying to get you in their same position. Don't listen to them motherfuckers. Don't listen to them. If you want to have kids, I'll tell you what you do. You wait till you're about 30-something, build up your wealth, have all your fun, live your life, get married, and then when you got everything set up, then if you want to have kids, everything ain't going to be perfect if you do all of that. But you got a better chance than being a 16-year-old, 17-year-old baby motherfucking mama. That's not a good look. And all these motherfuckers going around talking about, I had my baby when I was 17, but I still went to school. I still was so fucking what? And so you want somebody else to go through the same thing? I see these social media posts with people posting talking about they had all these kids and they still went to school. So fucking what? I had my son and I got my master's degree. So what? That ain't the way it's supposed to fucking be. Don't let that be. Don't let that be. And I'm not going to sit there and praise somebody just because they went to school and they had a bunch of kids. I'm not going to praise you for that. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to. I don't even praise my damn self for that. Why would I praise you? Because you had 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 kids and you got your degree. Good for you. I'm not going to sit up there and get what you want, a fucking doggy biscuit. No, I'm still going to encourage young people not to do that. And if you had any damn sense, and if you really cared about the person, you would encourage them, hey, don't have no kids, get your education first. But you want them to struggle like your ragged ass did. And then you want everybody to praise you. No, ma'am. No, sir. The dark-skinned activist is not going to fucking kiss your ass and praise you. And I don't want nobody to kiss my ass and praise me. Because I could talk this shit because I graduated with my master's degree. And I had my son. Big fucking deal. I'm not going to brag about that. I'm not going to tell another young person, oh, you could do it too. No, I'm going to tell them it's easier if you don't have no children and you going and do what the fuck you got to do. Motherfuckers always want to sit up there and lie and pretend. Just be lying. Want somebody to be just like their ass. So they won't tell the truth. They won't tell the motherfucking truth about it. Sit there and lie. And another thing, if you a dark-skinned man and a dark-skinned woman, or even whatever color you are, let me tell you something. Dark-skinned men should not, single men with no kids should not date a woman or marry a woman that already has kids. No. And vice versa. A woman that has no children, listen to me carefully, dark-skinned women, do not marry a man that has children. It ain't gonna be nothing but motherfucking problems from both ends. You have to deal with bitter baby mamas and bitter motherfucking baby daddies. And you have to deal with child support and all that bush, all that baggage. Don't please. What you need to do, if you are a single black person, man or woman, you need to find somebody that's fresh, a fresh man, a fresh woman. When I say fresh, I mean that ain't got no kids. And y'all get together and y'all create from afresh. Don't be picking up somebody else's baggage. No. And I'm saying this about my own self. Okay. I would not even, let me tell you, I don't believe a man that ain't got no children should date or marry me. I would tell the man the same motherfucking thing about my own motherfucking self. You know why? Because bitch, I'm not selfish like most of you motherfuckers are. Y'all, some of y'all bitches feel entitled to these men. Motherfuckers done went out here and had all these goddamn kids, all these baby daddies, and they feel entitled to a man that ain't got no kids, good financial status, done went and he did what he had to do, and they want to come along and they want to bring all their baggage and dump all that on that man. Same thing with some of you motherfucking men. Some of you motherfucking men, you see a woman that ain't got no kids. You got all these motherfucking baby mamas, and you want to come and dump all that baggage on that woman with no kids. Bullshit. You a fool. You a fool if you do. I'm telling you right now. And y'all, you ain't got to fucking listen to me. You'll find out the motherfucking hard way. But don't say the dark-skinned activists ain't try to tell y'all ass what the fuck it is. Don't say I ain't come on here and try to tell y'all and let y'all know exactly what the fuck it is. So, single black men, single black women, y'all need to hook up. Black men and women that got kids, y'all need to hook up. Y'all need to hook up, okay? Don't be out here trying to get with somebody that ain't got no kids. Don't. That's selfish. Leave them the fuck alone. Leave them the fuck alone. Just stop. Goodness. Whew. Like I said, y'all need to understand. You need to understand. This is my website. Let me promote my website real quick. My little commercial break here. My website, y'all, is darkskinactivist.com. Once again, darkskinactivist.com. Hi, Rich Rules. Thank you for that $10 super chat. You said, love your black skin. It's a badge of honor. Love this beautiful black sister. Thank you so much. I want to ask that anybody that wants to do a super chat, please redirect that money to my Cash App. My Cash App is $Rashida Lala. Once again, $Rashida Lala. I'm asking that everybody please send donations to my Cash App, $Rashida Lala. If you want to send a donation to my PayPal is icecreamladydream@yahoo.com. Once again, icecreamladydream@yahoo.com. icecreamladydream@yahoo.com. I have to keep repeating it so that people will know where they can go and make a donation. My Cash App is $Rashida Lala. Once again, $Rashida Lala. My GoFundMe, you guys can find my GoFundMe by simply Googling Rashida Strober GoFundMe. Just Google Rashida Strober GoFundMe. And my goal with the GoFundMe is to get it to, the short-term goal is to reach $11,000. The long-term goal is to reach $1 million so that I could travel all over. So please make sure you make a donation. Once again, my Cash App is $Rashida Lala, $Rashida Lala. My PayPal is icecreamladydream@yahoo.com, icecreamladydream@yahoo.com. Let me see something here. So if you go to my website, darkskinactivist.com, once again, darkskinactivist.com, you can scroll on down to the end, and not only can you get a free ebook copy of my book Darkism, you can also find the Cash App, which is $Rashida Lala, and my PayPal, which is icecreamladydream@yahoo.com, and you can go there and you can make a donation. Please go and make a donation. Support, support, support. So yes, let me read some of y'all comments here. Because I had to get it off my chest. I had to let these people know. Traquan Johnson. Oh, whatever. Traquan. You want here to start shit. Traquan, whoever you are, you just want to start shit. I ain't got time for that. Shout out to Mr. Haley. Shout out to you. Listen, I just be on here to tell the truth. People be getting mad that I'll tell the truth. Rashida Strober side nigga says your side nigga is here. Hey boo. Okay. Rashida Strober side nigga. I ain't lying. Somebody got that YouTube channel. I don't know who this person is, but shout out to you. Carly L says, but Rashida, you got 2 kids. I do. You're right. But I'm still gonna tell y'all the truth. Y'all should be thanking me for coming on here telling y'all the truth. I'm trying to help the dark-skinned men and women out there that ain't got no kids. I'm trying to tell y'all the truth of, hey, it's hard out here. I'm trying to let you know, get financially stable, do everything you want to do in life, get your mental together before you have kids. That's all I'm trying to say. I'm being honest and telling y'all what it is. Like I said, your family members is not gonna tell you the truth about it because they miserable. A lot of them motherfuckers, they be lying. Okay, so they're not gonna tell you the truth. They're not gonna tell you the truth. I promise you that. Cedo Reborn says, I'm dark-skinned Indian. Love your work and want to collab. Thank you, Cedo Reborn. All you got to do is email me. You can find my email address on my website, darkskinactivist.com. Once again, darkskinactivist.com. Once again, darkskinactivist.com. And if you scroll on down, you'll see my email right there. It's darkskinnisbeautifulcampaign@gmail.com. Let me see. Let me keep on reading. Let me keep on reading, y'all, because I do want to get to y'all comments here. A sower of seed told Traquan that was disrespectful. You're right, a sower of seed. But Traquan has been Traquan is a troll. I'm not even worried about that. I'm not worried about Traquan has been in my other chats. So whatever your name is, however I pronounce your name, that person is a troll. We've told me to stop whining. Stop whining about what? I'm not whining. I'm only telling the truth. And you should be thanking me for telling you the truth. Do you got kids? I don't know if you're a male or a female, but do you have kids? Do you have kids? Are you married? What's your status? Hold on. I'm trying to read everybody's. Dr. Shaw. I don't know what you mean by that, Dr. Shaw. I don't even talk about that person. You said that person started out here. This is the first place I ever saw him. What do you mean, Dr. Shaw? Um, we've had is calling black women. Well, he called me a tragic black woman. I am tragic. I agree with you. I just said I'm suffering. I just told your motherfucking ass my two dark skinned parents. I asked God to forgive them because they didn't know that they was bringing me to a world being a dark skinned black woman into a fucking world of misery. This is a fucking miserable goddamn world for a dark skinned woman because when we come out to our mother's womb, we already behind. And one of the main reasons is because we dark skinned. We being born into a racist, darkest world. So you saying that to me don't motherfucking hurt me. That's a reflection of the motherfucking society that we live in. So you could call me a tragic black woman all day. If I'm a motherfucking tragic black woman, I was born and bred and created by this tragic, fucked up society that I was born into. Devin Mitchell says, I've experienced darkism with dark-skinned women. Dark-skinned women don't be liking dark-skinned men. The ones I've seen like light-skinned or white men. And you know what? I'm not going to say that that's not true because that's your experience. And some of them do only want to deal with light-skinned or white men. And that is darkism, and it's dead ass wrong. It's no excuse for that. It's no reason for that. Dr. Shaw says we can't win. When we doing bad, they mad, and when we're doing good, they hate. Exactly. That's the nature of, again, we can't avoid suffering. It's all a part of human suffering. We've said biracial has it worse. I disagree with you on that. Biracial people can get things out of life because they're light skinned. They can use their light skin privilege way more than a dark skinned person can use any type of perceived privilege that someone may say that a dark skinned person has, which I would argue that definitely for a dark skinned black woman, there is no such thing as dark skin privilege. But now for y'all black dark skinned men, I think there is a dark skin privilege because y'all are seen as attractive. Whereas the reverse of that, if you're a dark-skinned woman, that's why I said I, as a dark-skinned woman, my mother and my father being two dark-skinned people, they born and bred me into fucking misery because it's a lot harder for a dark-skinned woman to make it and survive as opposed to a dark-skinned man. So, thank you, ND New York. You said you are beautiful. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, I appreciate the you're beautiful comments. ND New York says, I would choose you over Cardi B any day of the week. Oh God. That person is hideous in so many different ways. There's no comparison between me and her, but because she's light-skinned, she gets a pass for being ratchet. She gets a pass for being ghetto. She gets a pass for speaking Ebonics. She gets a pass for everything because she's light-skinned. She even has fooled people into believing that she has talent as a rapper, and she's below mediocre. She's not even mediocre. She's below mediocre, but because she's light-skinned, she gets a pass. She gets a pass. Yeah. I got to drink some of my water here. Hold on, y'all. Nicole McMillan says, I'm mean to light-skinned women. Well, I don't want y'all to be mean to nobody. I'm not advocating people be mean or nasty to anybody, because then you'll be creating more suffering. And again, as a dark-skinned anti-natalist, my goal is to prevent suffering. I don't like suffering. So I don't advocate. Dark-skinned activism isn't about being mean to non-dark-skinned people. It's about calling awareness to the struggles, the unique struggles that dark-skinned people face, and leveling the playing field. Let's equal the playing field politically, economically, socially, in every way. That's what I'm about. So I don't want nobody to be mean or nasty to anybody else or discriminate against anybody, because that's not what I'm about. Bionic Pie says, light-skinned people who never felt black enough push colorism, trying to make you feel less than for something they wish they had. That's a very interesting perspective, Bionic Pie. I don't think I've ever heard anybody say that. Let me read. Let me see if I can put your comment up there on the screen there. Give me a second here, y'all. I gotta find your comment. I was reading a comment. Okay, there we go. I was reading your comment off of my phone, so that's why I couldn't find it that easy. But that's a very interesting perspective, and I would agree that there are some, not all, that will use their light skin as a way to have influence over Black people because they know that there's a lot of Black people that look up to them because they're light skinned. Yeah. Rich Rule says, got a dark skinned wife and life is good. A Black woman know how to love a Black man. Trust me. I love it. I love it. What you say? He said, I got a dark skinned wife and life is good. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Devon Mitchell says, I don't see why he shouldn't marry a woman that's been there with him before the fame. Oh, you're referring to Kendrick Lamar. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. All right. Well, I mean, he has his choice, but I just felt like Kendrick Lamar promotes one thing, but that's not what he's really about. I always felt like he was undercover with it. Don't throw dark skinned women in your video. Don't make a song called Complexion when your ass is the darkest your damn self. Don't use dark skinned women, motherfucker. Basically, is what I'm saying. Stop fucking using dark skinned women to make your ass wealthy and you take it back to a non-dark skinned woman. Fuck that. I got a problem with that. I got a motherfucking problem. Y'all ain't gotta have a problem with it. Rashida Strober, the dark skinned activist, has a fucking problem with that. And motherfuckers, when I went viral, bitches started copying me. Bitches that ain't even realize what the fuck was going on until I made them aware of the shit. You motherfuckers started copying me. And to this day, I don't backtrack. I'm saying the same thing. I'm saying the same thing. He's full of shit. Okay? Don't use dark-skinned women to come up on. But you married to something else. Fuck that. If you're gonna be what you're gonna be, just go on over there and be what the fuck you're gonna be altogether. Don't come over here trying to use me, bitch. That's all I'm saying. That's all I was trying to say. Shout out to Angel Snups 7. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Thanks for joining us. We've had said biracials need reparations from Black people. Well, that doesn't make any sense. We've had biracial. If we're gonna collect reparations from anybody, it's gonna be the European power structure in this country. They're the ones with all the wealth. Biracials are not gonna get much from Black people, so that don't make no sense. I don't understand what you mean when you say that. I'm trying to get to some of y'all comments here. Black Tanner 2 says, I wish dark skins and the so-called light skins Black live in separate communities. We dark skins need time to get our shit together strategically, but unfortunately, we're not very smart. I hear you, Black Tanner. I hear you. You saying a separation of the skin tones. And I understand what you're saying, but I'm not necessarily advocating that. But I do understand and respect what you're saying. I understand and respect what dark-skinned people, even though I get mad at motherfuckers plagiarizing me, don't think for 1 minute that I am not. I'm very empathetic to the plight of dark-skinned people. And people try to stereotype a dark-skinned person when they say certain things, but you can't fucking stereotype or victimize that dark-skinned person because this society done created the conditions to make that dark-skinned person feel that way. We are the ones that have been victimized. So please don't try to come for a dark-skinned person if they feel that way. That's their right to motherfucking feel that way. If a dark-skinned person feel like they want to go and segregate themselves and just be with other dark-skinned people, that's their right. That's their right. That's their motherfucking right. I can't stop them from feeling that way. Okay, I might not be advocating that, which I'm actually not, but I'm not going to dog or down this person because that's how they feel. If a person been beat, I told you, dark-skinned people, black people, we cannot escape suffering. This is a whole topic and title of this live. Therefore, that means once we get on this earth and we start suffering, what we do to get up out that suffering and oppression is motherfucking justified. As long as we don't hurt other people. Okay? I'm not advocating no type of violence or none of that. As long as it's not hurting other people, y'all got to leave dark-skinned people the fuck alone. If we trying to figure out what can we do to get out of our oppression and make our lives better and make our offspring's lives better, don't hate on dark-skinned people for doing that. You can't fucking hate on dark-skinned people for doing that at all. I'm not gonna never hate on a dark-skinned person for trying to make their fucking life better. Again, as long as you're not hurting other people, we good. Now, if your ass is out there hurting other people, we're not good. That's a problem. That's a motherfucking problem. We don't want to be like, I had a professor, I used to be so angry about what black people and dark-skinned people have gone through when I was an undergraduate student at the University of South Florida. And I had this professor who was teaching the history of Latin America, and there was so much darkism going on over there. And I was so upset about it. And I was the only black female in the political science department and in a lot of my history classes. And I used to debate and argue and go back and forth. There was this one white boy, he thought he was smarter than everybody, and then he used to just go at it. And Professor Stavig, may he rest in peace, Professor Stavig, he would tell me, he would give me a nice pat, a soft pat on my shoulder and say, Rashida, you don't want to become like the oppressor. And I agree with him. You don't want to become, that's why I say, there is no dark skin privilege. We want to eliminate privilege of any kind. That creates oppression. Anybody getting privilege, any group of people having privilege over another group of people, that is the seeds for oppression. We're trying to get rid of that. We don't want it. You understand what I'm saying? Angel Snup 7 says, be specific. What Africans sold who into slavery, and direct us to your evidence to support allegations. You also said what currency was used in this African slave sales, and why didn't they get wealthy like the Europeans? I'm guessing that you were asking that question to someone in the chats. Yeah, but yeah, y'all. Yeah, we'll never be able to escape this. Our dark-skinned children, and if we don't keep fighting, that's one of the reasons why I keep fighting and I keep talking, even though I be going through all kinds of shit. You know, I stand up and I keep fighting because I already know that the dark-skinned children that are being born into this world, they are not going to be able to escape suffering. And so that's one of the things you have to stand up and you have to keep fighting for equality to make it better for those dark-skinned children, to create a situation where, okay, if you can't alleviate suffering altogether, we can mitigate it. You understand? We can minimize it. You understand what I'm saying? We can try. All right, that's the thing that gives me the most hope. That's why I ignore people that tell me what I can't do. Oh, yes, I can. If I can't eliminate something altogether, well, I can minimize it. And that's what we gotta work to do. You know, in every area. You got people that's working in every area of human society to try to mitigate human suffering. And I take my hats off to those people that are out here trying to stop suffering, whether it be in the school system, the prison system, the health system, the mental health system, the educational system, all these different systems. If we can get rid of the isms and all these different human systems, I think we're going to get to a point where we can, if not eliminate, we can mitigate human suffering. Because I promise you, when that dark-skinned baby come out the womb, that dark-skinned baby is coming into a world where there's already a history and already a structure of racism and darkism that's against that baby from the very. And I think about myself. Yes, I am thinking about myself. You know, when my mama and daddy conceived me, man, from the time I came out the womb, The time I came out the fucking womb, I was experiencing darkism. Why? Because both my mother and father were dark skinned. Both my mother and father didn't have a high school education. Another strike. My mother, mainly my mother, she didn't want to marry my father. There's another strike. My mother already had a bunch of kids out of wedlock. There's another strike. We living in poverty. There's another strike. We grew up and the poverty perpetuated with the social programs, living in an impoverished neighborhood. That's another strike. Getting evicted, having the water turned off, the lights cut off. All of these things were strikes against me. I'm dark skinned, I'm female, and I got all these socioeconomic and political strikes against me. Having to go to school and really starting to feel it. And then becoming a young adult and really, really, really getting out in the world and starting to feel it. All these strikes are against you. That's why I said, and bitches might go, I really don't like to say everything that I want to say because people be stealing from my content. You motherfuckers love to steal from what I'm saying. But bitch, you ain't the dark skinned activist. This is my platform that I created. Don't come up on my fucking channel stealing. Got what I was gonna say. I get so mad about these people stealing, plagiarizing me. But yeah, we got all these strikes that are against us when we are born into this world, dark skin, whether it be male or female, and we have to start from way behind. Whereas a non-dark skinned person, a non-black person, they got a head start simply because of their skin color. You got a motherfucking head start in life. Don't make no mistake about it, because you're not dark skinned. All these motherfuckers going around here thinking that they doing so wonderful and so great because it's them. No, we also got to account for the fact that you was able to start at the fucking head of the line. If you born into a non-dark skinned family, even if that family is poor, you still at the front of the motherfucking line. And then if you a dark skinned person, now if you a dark skinned person and you came about let's say your mama was light skinned and your daddy was dark skinned. We all know that black men who get with light skinned women, your daddy probably worked 3 or 4 jobs to make sure his light skinned wife was happy. But you as a child, if you dark skinned and you came up that union, you benefit from that. Now you ain't at the back of the line. That dark skinned person that came of a light skinned mama and a dark skinned daddy, or the reverse, a dark skinned a light skinned daddy and a dark skinned mama, and they had a little bit of money, or they had a little bit of they middle class, upper middle class. Your ass ain't at the back of the damn line. I ain't talking about you, dark. I ain't talking about that dark skinned person. Because if your family, if they were professionals, they had some degrees, or they just had some hustle in them. Because every black person ain't got no degree, but there's some black people out there that know how to get money. If your dark skinned mama or your dark skinned dad was a hustler, and they knew how to get fucking money, they were smart enough to get money. They're good in sales, good at talking to people, good at creating businesses. Your ass ain't start at the back of the line. Now I'm gonna exclude some of you dark skinned people. Now y'all was kind of y'all behind the non-dark skinned people. Y'all are behind them, but y'all ain't at the very end of the damn line like how I was. Y'all motherfuckers is not at the fucking end of the line like how I fucking was. I came from two dark skinned people that did not have a high school education. Yes, my father was in the military, but my father was very old. He wasn't here to help and guide me. I ain't have no motherfucking trust funds, none of that shit. Again, I want to make it plain. The type of dark-skinned person that I was born to, I came at the motherfucking back of the line. You dark-skinned people out there that have one light-skinned parent, whether it be a light-skinned daddy or a light-skinned mama, you're not at the fucking back of the line. You dark-skinned people out there that came from 2 dark-skinned or 1 dark-skinned hustling parent that knew how to go out and motherfucking get money, you're not at the fucking back of the line. Now, there is a distinction. There is a fucking distinction here. It's levels to this. How do I know? Because I live it. I live it right now. To this day, I fucking live it. My dark-skinned daughter, she ain't at all the way to the back of the line. For example, I'll make her for an example. She is not at the back of the line. Her mama is dark-skinned with a master's degree, and her dad is dark-skinned with a PhD. and her dad is a motherfucking hustler. Okay, she ain't gonna never be all the way at the damn back of the line. She ain't gonna never be all the way at the back of the line. Okay, she ain't never experienced being hungry. She ain't never been experienced us being evicted or the lights being out or the water being off. They ain't none of my kids ain't never, but me and all my brothers, we've been through all that shit. And then some motherfucking some. We was at the back of the line. Okay, let's get that straight. Let's get that motherfucking straight. Get that straight. Because some of these people are not understanding. Some of y'all ain't understanding, but I have to let y'all know. I have to let y'all know. So, that's why I said, to the dark-skinned people out there, try to, if you're going to conceive and have children, try not to let the kid be all the way at the back of the line like how I was. Be one of them dark-skinned people or a light-skinned person that has, you got your shit together. Or if you ain't went to college, you ain't got to go to college to make a lot. There's some people out there that ain't never been to college. I know them that's got way more money than these fucking college graduates because they opened businesses or they were just smart natural. Okay. But don't be one of them. Don't be a teenage. Don't be a teenager and have kids. Don't do that shit because that dark-skinned child is gonna come at the back of the line. If your ass is a teenage parent, that's why I don't fucking celebrate. No, I ain't never going to no baby shower where there's a teenager about to give birth. I ain't doing none of that shit. I'm not gonna fucking sit up here and praise that shit because I can almost guarantee you that child, that teenage pregnancy having gonna be at the back of the line. So I'm not gonna sit there and praise it. I'm not going to no baby showers. I'm not doing none of that. I'm not going to do that because if you go into the baby shower, then that means you are sanctioning and your ass is condoning the bullshit. And you should not be sanctioning and condoning it because a teenager is not equipped to take care of no child at all, at motherfucking all. A person that's broke and poor. If your ass is broke and poor, it ain't nothing wrong with being broke and poor in and of itself. But it is something wrong with being broke and poor and having a bunch of kids. You can be mad. I know a lot of people going to be fucking mad. I don't give a fuck. I'm talking about my own mama. It was something wrong with her being broke and poor and a high school dropout having all them children. And I'm going to talk about my motherfucking self. Y'all motherfuckers going to be mad because I'm talking about me. Well, fuck you. I could talk about my own self. It is something wrong with my mama reaching age 24 with 6 kids. That's a fucking problem in poverty. I don't like seeing women do that unless she married to a wealthy man. They got some damn money to knock yourselves out. But the poor ones, you need to stop. You need to cut the bullshit. You need to cut the motherfucking bullshit, and not just the females, but the baby daddies too, because it takes two. It takes a man and a woman to reproduce. I said it takes a man and a woman to reproduce. It takes a man and a woman to reproduce. So you motherfuckers need to check yourself. All this teenage pregnancy and throwing baby showers for teenagers, take that shit over there somewhere. Don't invite me to your baby shower because I'm not fucking coming. I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm not gonna even respond. I'm not gonna fucking even because if I respond, then you ain't gonna be able to handle it. You ain't gonna like it. You're not gonna like what I got to say. Okay, you're not going to like it. So don't even invite me to begin with because I'm not with it. 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 Shout out to Ryan's Creek Media. Hey, what's up? How you doing? Woo, Lord have mercy, Jesus. But yeah, I mean, people should be thanking me. Y'all should be cash apping me. Let me put my cash app in. For telling y'all the real deal, for letting y'all know what your children, your dark-skinned children may face if y'all don't get y'all shit together. Y'all should be in. My cash app is $Rashidalala. Once again, $Rashidalala. Okay. Not to mention, what if the child is born with some type of defects? That child being a black child, they may get discriminated against. They may not get the same level of care as a non-dark-skinned child. Y'all got to consider all this. People need to wake the fuck up and stop being so selfish because of what you want, because you think somebody cute and you want to get with that person. Listen, you need to think about what you're doing. Just stop. Take a minute to stop. Some of y'all need to just go on and have a vasectomy or whatever the case may be. I mean, do what you need to do to not reproduce in the first place. If you know you broke, if you know you ain't got no money, you know what I'm saying? If you know you have, listen, y'all know what it is. Angel Snup 7 says, Black men continue to fail themselves, community, women and children, comfortable with scraps from the table of others. And that is true to an extent. I'm sorry, y'all, but I would have to agree with that. I think we are failing ourselves. I think Black men, and because I'm not one of them people that's going to put it all off on one gender. I see both genders as being at fault. When it comes down to making a baby, for example, you can't make a baby without a man and a woman. Ain't gonna motherfucking happen. So the man and the woman both have to be responsible, have to be sexually responsible, and think about what the hell are you doing? Like I told y'all, you know, there was this story. Okay, another y'all know I already done talked about myself. I could tell y'all stories about how my mama had all these kids out of wedlock and how we was poor. I think I done probably ran that in the ground, and how we was fucked up. I had a fucked up childhood, all that. Fucked up, miserable. I suffered, still suffering. Okay, from the cradle to the grave. I think my ass is gonna be suffering. Hopefully, by the time I'm old, God will say, I'm gonna alleviate some of this suffering and let me enjoy some of this, because the earth in and of itself intrinsically is a good place. It's the human beings that's causing the problems. It's the human beings that create wars over other people's fucking land, trying to take other people's land, trying to turn other human beings into slaves and all this old bullshit. It's you motherfucking human beings that's the problem. It's not the earth in and of itself. I mean, the earth was doing just fine without you people motherfuckers. Did y'all know that? The earth was doing just fine before y'all raggedy ass came along. Okay? So the earth is a good place in and of itself. It's the human beings that create the problems. Okay? My Cash App, y'all. Make sure y'all go and make a donation. My Cash App is $ rashidalala. And as y'all can see, I done put the Cash App in there multiple times because I want y'all to go and donate. Don't just sit there. Go and donate. An example of human suffering. An example of a woman that, you're right, Ryan's Creek Media. You said there's still some good people out there. Oh, definitely. I would never say that there isn't. But an example of a woman who probably should have practiced anti-natalism is that woman that's, what's her name? Gloria somebody and Brian Coulter. The idiots that killed the little boy in with autism in Houston, Texas. Y'all remember that? This just happened recently. Well, the discovery of it just happened recently, when I believe the oldest child finally decided, you know what, I'm going to call the police. You know, people like that should practice anti-natalism, because now she's finding out that once you bring a child into this world, you don't own the child anymore. You know, you have to be accountable for everything. And they both of them finna spend the rest of their life in the penitentiary, as well they should. They should be in the penitentiary. Y'all, for those of y'all that don't know, look up, I think her name is Gloria Williams. Look up Gloria Williams and Brian, I think his name was Brian Coulter. I just put their name in the chat. And they had her, the boyfriend. He was a non-black man. He beat up the 8-year-old child so bad and caused his death, and they kept his body, his dead body, in the apartment with the other children for over a year. And it's absolutely disgusting. And I said to myself, what if she would have been exposed to the idea and concept of anti-natalism? Anti-natalism would have prevented this child from suffering. That's a concrete example of what I'm telling y'all when I say anti-natalism prevents suffering. That's a concrete example of what I'm saying, that dark-skinned children, black children, children of all races can't escape suffering. So that's why I'm saying to black people to consider anti-natalism. anti-natalism. Black men and Black women consider anti-natalism. Anti-natalism prevents abortion. For those of you out there that some of y'all, you're against abortion, well, guess what? If you practice anti-natalism, you will never have to worry about having an abortion. Why? Because you decided not to conceive. Again, anti-natalism is not getting pregnant. Let me break it down basic. Just make it real basic and simple. It means to not get pregnant, or if you a man, don't get a woman pregnant. Don't reproduce. So you can't abort a baby if you never produce it. So that's why I'm saying anti-natalism prevents abortion. Anti-natalism prevents the school to prison pipeline. Anti-natalism prevents poverty. Anti-natalism prevents violence. Anti-natalism prevents, oh my God, sickness of any kind, cancer, high blood pressure, obesity. Anti-natalism prevents bullying. Anti-natalism prevents mental illnesses. Anti-natalism prevents baby mama and baby daddy drama. Anti-natalism prevents child support. So many benefits. There's so many benefits of anti-natalism. Anti-natalism prevents suffering, people. That's the bottom line. Anti-natalism prevents suffering. And that should be the main goal of all human beings on earth, is how can I prevent human suffering? Some of y'all more worried about animals than y'all are worried about human beings. You know, and I'm not saying there ain't nothing wrong with being worried about animals, but some of you, that a lot of that energy needs to be refocused and redirected onto human beings. You know, if your ass is a crackhead, you know you're listen, please practice anti-natalism. Somebody need to get out there and go talk to these people that's doing drugs. While you trying to help them get off drugs, talk to them about anti-natalism. Because you don't need to have a baby born into this world crack addicted. Why would you do that? Or under the influence of alcohol. Why would you do that when you can practice anti-natalism? Anti-natalism is so easy. Anti-natalism don't cost you nothing. That's another thing. Anti-natalism is free. It costs you zero. You don't have to spend no money to practice anti-natalism, unless, well, I take that back. Unless you need to buy some contraceptives. So I kind of take that back. But I think that a lot of in any city in the United States, there's ways and means to obtain contraception for free. So yeah, y'all, that's all I got to say today. I had to get it off my chest because it needs to be said. Grant Thompson said, I'm married, I have a good job, and have a loving relationship. How will my child be in poverty, and how can I have baby mama drama? Well, are you practicing anti-natalism right now, Grant Thompson? And I don't know if you're just tuning in, but what I said earlier, I said that if you're going to have a child, I think that you should wait till you're over 30, married, have stable, become financially stable, mentally stable, and then have a child. I said that. And even then, it's important to know, even if you have all the good circumstances in place, I don't think a child is going to avoid suffering. Even in the most ideal circumstances, the child is still not going to not experience suffering. That's just the nature of being a human being. But the goal is to mitigate the suffering as much as possible. If you can see this bend over, I saw it. What kind of names is it? What in the world? What in the world? The Mixed Radio said, where are you from? Florida. Florida. If you can see this bend over, says we need more mixing to cure darkism. Oh, really? So you want genocide, the genocide of dark-skinned people? I don't advocate that. I'm not advocating that. What I'm advocating is that we try, if we're going to bring forth more dark-skinned children, more dark-skinned people, let's try to bring them into a situation to where there is as little suffering as possible. That's what I'm saying. And I believe that if we promote marriage, and if we promote marriage over a certain age, because if you're, it's like with the presidency, I think you have to be 35 to run for the presidency. Well, they're doing that for a reason. It's about maturity. By that time, you're more mature, you're more financially stable, you're mentally stable, and you're more likely to be married. I'm saying let's bring these dark-skinned children in under those type of circumstances, not from a 15-year-old or a 14-year-old teenager. That's insane. That's nothing but pure dysfunction. Why would you do that to yourself in the community? I'm saying crackheads, please don't procreate. I'm saying alcoholics, please don't procreate. I'm saying if you're poor and broke, please don't procreate. I mean, that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying not to ever have children. I'm saying the dysfunctional degenerates in our community should not be having kids. Y'all could get mad at me all y'all want. I don't care. I could care fucking less. I know I'm doing the work of God right now. I'm telling the truth that people need to fucking hear, the truth that people don't want to hear because they don't want to face the facts. They don't want to fucking face the facts. Like I said, you know, a lot of the teenage girls in our community are not told the truth because the women are so busy. Some of these black women be hating. I know because I went to a Pentecostal church. I know because I was in a black organization. Some of y'all old bitches be hating. I'm not that type of female to be hating on other females like that. Only time I talk shit about you motherfuckers if it's you done stole from my dark skin activism. But as far as that, I don't hate on other women. I tell them straight up, hey, this is what it is, and try to give them the truth. But a lot of our black women in our community in the churches, y'all be encouraged. I done heard black women in the churches encourage these young women that have a baby, be like, oh, God will make a way. What the fuck? Why are you telling them God will make? You want them to be? They want them to just have all these children walking around in the hot sun, pushing the child in one of them in a stroller, the other two walking. Y'all motherfuckers ain't gonna tell me because that's how my own mama was. My mama used to have us standing, keep us out of school to stand in the motherfucking food stamp line back when it was paper motherfucking food stamps. A bitch ain't gonna tell me how the shit go. A bitch ain't gonna tell me how the shit go. You're not gonna fucking tell me because I lived that motherfucking life. I fucking lived that life. The type of female I'm talking about was my own mother. So fuck anybody that don't agree. Bitch, you ain't gotta agree with my own experience. I don't give a fuck. And I'm here to tell the truth. Because I know how fake these motherfucking women is, and they're not gonna fucking tell you nothing. Okay, y'all motherfuckers on here getting this for fucking free. You're getting this when I should be charging. I'm giving you this for free. I'm telling you the truth about it for motherfucking free. I'm telling whatever young, dark-skinned woman, black woman that ain't got no kids that's listening to me, I'm giving you the game for free. Don't listen to these old bitches. Don't listen to these old broke down bitches that ain't talking about the old ones that's doing well. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with getting old. I respect my elders. I'm talking about the trifling old bitches that don't want to tell y'all the truth. That's the ones who I'm referring to. And for the fellas, don't listen to these old dried up ass, drunk ass motherfucking dudes. Don't listen to their ass. Don't listen to them. They want you to be on child support just like their ass is with their fucking driver license suspended, all fucked up. And sitting up in jail, all fucked up. Don't play that baby daddy, baby mama game. I'm trying to tell y'all. Because people just want to sit there and fucking lie. The black community just fucking lie, make up shit, lie to their kids. Y'all some lying ass motherfuckers. A lot of y'all are just some lying ass motherfuckers. And you be mad at me because I'm on here telling the truth. You're mad because I'm telling the truth. I don't give a fuck. What you should understand is I don't give a fuck about you being mad. I'm going to tell the truth. Okay? I'm going to tell, like I said, and I'm going to say this again, once you bring a child in this earth, you don't own the child, the state. Okay, the state. Okay, the state of California, motherfucker, the state of Florida, motherfucker, the state of Georgia. Okay, motherfucker, the state of Texas. Okay, Motherfucker, the state of Illinois, wherever the fuck we talking about. The state of Michigan, wherever you give birth, that state own your child. You do not. You do not. And this is the real truth. This is the real truth that people, Black people, need to tell the young people. Okay? But they're not going to tell y'all this because they want you to suffer. They want the suffering to continue so they could look around and say, oh, they going through it too. That makes them happy. Misery loves company. Crabs in the barrel in the Black community. It's always been a crab in a barrel situation in the Black community. Okay? It's always been like that. Motherfucker can't tell me nothing because I didn't experience it. I didn't experience the shit. How you gonna tell somebody based on their own experience? And I'm trying to share my experience. And if you're a smart person, you have any type of intelligence about you, you would listen and consider anti-natalism. You would consider the pros of anti-natalism because I don't see the cons. I really don't see the cons because y'all can say, oh, well, the con of anti-natalism is, well, the human beings will go extinct. So fucking what? I wouldn't give a fuck. I don't fucking care if human beings go extinct. So that's not a con to me. That's not a con to me. There are no cons when it comes down to anti-natalism. I see nothing but pros of anti-natalism. Yes, that's right. I said it. You don't have to agree. I don't give a fuck. Oh my God. Well, I'm not going to read that, but I'll just, I'm not going to read some of y'all. I see what you said in the mixed radio. Shout out to Game Changer. Lord have mercy. If you can see this, bend over said she must have lost custody of her kid. That's why she cried. Oh no, bitch. I didn't lose custody of my kid, you dumbass motherfucking bitch. You stupid motherfucking bitch. Cuss your ass out. Lose custody of your ass. How about that? Lose custody of your stank ass. Your stinking ass. Okay? That's a motherfucker that's just mad that I'm on here telling the truth. I'm going to keep speaking the truth about anti-natalism. I'm never going to stop. I'm never going to stop. Every now and then, I'm going to make a video about anti-natalism because I believe that Black people need to be exposed to different perspectives. And I believe that God gave us an intellect to where if we really want to exercise our intellect and exercise constructive criticism, we can critique what is presented to us, look at the pros and cons, and decide if it's something that makes sense, that can do us well. And I promise you, if you are honest and you look at the pros of anti-natalism, I promise you that you'll probably come to the conclusion, more than likely, you will come to the conclusion that anti-natalism makes sense. I'm not saying as a long-term strategy, because I said already that have your child, with if you meet certain criteria. I've already said that. So I'm not saying anti-natalism is a long-term strategy, but right now, we as Black people, listen, we got to do better. We got to do better than what we're doing. We can do better. But that's it. That's all I had to say. That's all I had to say today. I tried to get to everybody's comment here. I want to thank everybody for Daryl Phil, I feel you said I love you to my core, Rashida Strober, but I disagree with that. What do you disagree with? You said I'm reading your other comment. You said you physical all that, but I'm never for humans going extinct. Well, Daryl, I hope you don't mind about me abbreviating your name. The truth of the matter is, Daryl, and history backs me up with this, the historical facts prove that human beings are the most destructive beings that have ever graced this planet. More destructive even than animals. It's the human beings that have caused all the problems. I mean, and it don't take a rocket scientist to understand this. All it takes is a brief look at human beings, the history of human beings on Earth, And you begin to understand that human beings have created all the problems: global warming, wars, poverty, famine, mental illness, um, anything political, anything economic, anything social. If you look at it in its totality, you will understand that human beings have created every bad thing that has happened in the world. It's human beings. So that's why I'm saying, when we, if somebody want to say there's a con to anti-natalism, and the con is, well, the human race may go extinct. To me, I don't think that that's a bad thing, given the fact that human beings have caused the most harm. I just don't see that as a con. I see that as, okay, the earth is going to go back to the way it originally was and be left the hell alone. Because, like I said earlier, the earth was doing just fine before these evil, dirty, filthy, dastardly human beings came on earth. That's a fact. I mean, I just don't think y'all gonna win that argument with me. I mean, it's just too much evidence to back up what I'm saying. I mean, if you look at America, the way that America came into being, there had to be millions upon millions of Indians slaughtered and murdered. That's a fact. That is a fact. There were millions of Africans enslaved, and maybe thousands of them drowned and died coming over here on the ship because they said, I don't want to be enslaved. That's human beings doing that to human beings. So that's what I'm saying to you. I wouldn't give a flying fuck if humanity became extinct. Because don't forget, if you read the Bible, if you're a Christian, the flood. Remember that? Noah in the flood. Remember that? God destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. God destroyed these motherfucking humans because they was doing all this bad shit. So if in the Bible human beings were just, why would I give a fuck if they became extinct because of the anti? I don't care. I just don't see that as a negative. I just don't. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm not going to continue my days on this earth trying to make it better for the human beings that are already here. But if the result of anti-natalism is less human beings, I don't care. I just don't. That's less trouble and problems. Okay? That's a fact. I mean, if we lived in a world where there was equity, where there was fairness, where there was peacefulness, okay, where people where there wasn't capitalism and all this property right bullshit, if we lived in an equitable world respecting the fact that every human being has a human right to the resources on this earth, and if we lived in a world where the 10 commandments were respected and people actually respect each other, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not bear false witness, if people actually live by that, then I wouldn't have no problem. But human beings don't do that. Human beings are fucked up. We are a fucked up lot. Listen, I didn't make it that way. I'm just giving you my solution to the problem. That's all I'm trying. I'm trying to prevent suffering. That's all. That's it. That's it. Okay, y'all. Okay, I think I done talked enough on here. All right, y'all. Now let me get to the money parts. Okay. The Cash App is $rashidalala. Now, if you have learned something from what I have said today, hey, what happened? Go to my Cash App and make a donation. The Cash App is $rashidalala. Once again, $rashidalala. Once again, $rashidalala. My PayPal is icecreamladydream@yahoo.com. Once again, icecreamladydream@yahoo.com. My GoFundMe, you can find that by Googling Rashida Strober GoFundMe. And you can find my Cash App, my PayPal, and my GoFundMe if you go to my website, which I have on the screen right now. The website is darkskinactivist.com. Once again, darkskinactivist.com. Once again, darkskinactivist.com. I want to thank y'all for listening. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you share the video. And that's it, y'all. The world's first and only dark skin activist. I am out.